Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, we are still on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial, a trial within a trial. Family, you know there is nothing wrong when a person makes mistake and he or she is corrected. And you know, it's good practice to see a person when she makes mistakes or when he makes mistakes and is corrected, he is able to accept the correction that he or she is being offered. On this video, we're going to watch and listen to Advocate Mshololo as she is cross-examining Brigadier Gininda. In the beginning, when she introduces herself, what is it that she's going to do? She says she's doing that on behalf of accused number 2. And Advocate Baloyi corrects her by saying, you are not supposed to cross-examine on behalf of accused number 2 because already Advocate Baloyi has done that. Even after Advocate Baloyi has, advised her on the reason why she is not allowed to do it, Advocate Mshololo still feels that she needs to do it. Judge Rata requests the court to read out a policy or the law that says no 2 counsels can cross-examine on behalf, or the same witness on behalf of 1 accused. So it is the law, it is not Judge Rata. For me, when Advocate Mshololo continues to cross-examine Brigadier Gininda, even after the law has been read out to her, it was like she's provoking Judge Rata. We all know that Judge Rata has a tendency to interfere whenever, these lawyers are talking or doing. We know that. We've been talking about that. But not even after Judge Rata has shown Advocate Mshololo that it is not me, it is the law that says you cannot cross-examine a person. 2 counsels cross-examining on behalf of 1 person. It is not Judge Rata, it is the law. So, family, let's just listen as Advocate Baloyi is advising Advocate Mshololo against doing that. Let's listen.
As a court, please, my Lord, we don't want to interfere with my colleague's cross-examination, but we just want to get clarity. At the inception of her cross-examination, she mentioned that she's conducting cross-examination on behalf of accused number 2. Counsel for accused number 2 has already conducted cross-examination. I suppose it might be just a slip of the tongue that was meant to mean on behalf of accused number 5. Because no 2 counsel can cross-examine a witness for the same accused.
Yes, Ms. Mshololo.
Yes, the court pleases, my Lord. I submit, my Lord, with the due respect that I am entitled to cross-examine the witness on the evidence that he testified on.
On behalf of?
On behalf of accused number 2, as I'm cross-examining on.
Have you read the case of by Hudson-Beck State versus who's this gentleman? The Dr. Death. What's his name, by the way?
Basson.
State versus Basson. Have you read that case?
No, my Lord.
It says exactly what your learned colleague is telling you, that in 1 case, you cannot have more than 1 counsel cross-examining on behalf of a person who is said to be accused so and so. Only 1 person can do it at a time in the same trial.
My Lord, if the court is of the view that I should not do cross-examination to this witness, I won't have any questions.
No, it's not the court. You know what? Just go. Hello. Just go and fed that case of State versus Sonnet. Basson, State versus Basson. It's by Hudson-Beck. Let's just pause and read it because I'm now being accused that I am denying you the opportunity to cross-examine. It's not me.
No, it's not the accusation, my lord. I respect the court.
Why don't you check it? You've got a computer there.
Family, after Judge Rata has read out the law to Advocate Mshololo, Judge Rata says he doesn't have a problem. He will allow Advocate Mshololo to continue with her cross-examination as long as whatever questions that she is going to ask Brigadier Gininda, those questions are going to be totally different from the questions that were already asked by Advocate Mgomezulu. But family, unfortunately, what happens, Advocate Mshololo repeats the same questions that Advocate Mgomezulu has already asked Brigadier Gininda. To me, it was just a waste of time, to be honest. Now it's like Advocate Mshololo, when Advocate Mgomezulu was asking these questions, it was like she was not there when she was also in court, when all these were asked. Family, let's listen.
Actually, the gravamen of this rule of practice is to avoid a repetition of cross-examination. Like, for instance, the question Ms. Mshololo has asked you, it was asked.
It was asked and answered by me.
I know. I can repeat it. It was asked.
Indeed.
Now we are being asked that question for the second time, in other words. But you know what? I'll bend the rule. Do it again. You can cross-examine, but you must know that that law says that. So I'll take it for granted that maybe you have some information or facts which you predicate your cross-examination on. Because remember, at this stage, we are on a trial within a trial, the admissibility of a trial within a trial. I said you can continue if you want to.
The court is.
But the proviso obviously is that if the question has been asked and answered, this judgment says I mustn't allow it. Okay.
As the court is. Brigadier, is it correct that under the Nongoma case 136, sorry, my lord, not 136, 163/10 of 2018, which was being investigated. At the time when accused number 2 was arrested, you were not in possession, or you did not have a warrant of arrest against accused number 2.
I've answered it, my lord. On my answer, dealt with it in evidence in chief and under cross-examination.
Yeah, that question was asked. And I think you said the person who arrested the gentleman, accused number 2, as a result of the investigations pertaining to the murder in Nongoma, was Sergeant Mohale.
Correct. In the company of Sergeant Mapena.
That's it. So that question has been answered.
Family, according to me, Advocate Mshololo was out of form, to be honest. Because whatever she asked, it was a repetition of what Advocate Mgomezulu has already asked. But anyway, maybe it is their strategy, we don't know. But at the same time, this case is 10 years, family. We cannot afford to waste more time. Already, there's a lot of time that has been wasted. So it needs to be pushed before the end of the year, to be honest. Senzo Meyiwa's killers must be behind bars. Judgment must be passed on whoever has killed Senzo. So hence I'm saying, for me, it was like she was out of form. The reason why I'm saying this, it's because, Brigadier Gininda kept on correcting Advocate Mshololo, even with, simple terms that we believe that it is their daily language as court officials. So, but he kept on. Let's listen to the following clips where he kept on correcting Advocate Mshololo. Whenever she says this, then Brigadier Gininda would correct her to say, no, I don't agree with you when you say this, because this means this, Let's listen.
There were many pending cases against him. Am I correct?
No, well, you're not correct when you say pending. My understanding of pending means the matter is enrolled. There were no matters that were enrolled and pending against Mr. Ntanzi. There were cases that were identified when he was a person interest on those matters. So they were not pending.
Okay, so what was the status of whatever that you have? Were they cases? What was it? So that I can be able to refer properly to those dockets. I need the status of those case dockets.
My Lord, I've said, when accused 1 and 2's name were brought to us as being involved in this matter, cold case analysis was done, and the number of cases where there were persons of interest, in other words, suspects, other than this matter, were then identified. So, but there was no pending matter, because my understanding of a pending matter is a matter that is before court. I'm answering in that context. But there were cases where he was a person of interest, particularly the one of Nongoma that Sergeant Mohani pursued him on, and others that came up.
Another correction that was made by Brigadier Gininda to Advocate Mshololo was when Advocate Mshololo wanted to know that when accused number 1 was abused by the police in Pretoria, why didn't Brigadier Gininda take that case of accused number 1 of assault to the IPD something? I think it's the independent body that deals with investigating accused people when they are in prison and maybe they are not properly treated. So Brigadier Gininda corrects her even with that one. Family, let's listen.
So this case was not reported to IPD for the IPD to investigate it further, those members?
No, but what case, my Lord? There was no case. That's the point that I'm saying. You have to have, for the case, counsel knows, you have to have A1, what you call in the docket, alleging what the allegations are. Then subsequent to that, the docket will be registered. Then the referral, my Lord, when police members are implicated, kicks in. Or if there are some issues with registration of the docket, but at least when you have a formal complaint, you can then deal with the referral to IP. But you cannot refer something that preliminary investigation clearly indicates that this is not true. How do you, there's no case there, my Lord.
Manje ke lelo cala alizange lona lithunyelwe kulaba phenyi abazimele ubrigadier uthi baphi liphi icala ngoba akuzange kube necala elavulwa manje belizoyiswa kanjani kubaphenyi abazimele kungenacala elivuliwe ngoba kuyiswa nje amacala avuliwe kulaba phenyi.
Family, was it necessary for Advocate Mshololo to do this cross-examination? According to me, no. For the mere fact that she did not have new questions or different questions from those of Advocate Mgomezulu, I'm saying she was not supposed to do it. I don't know. Maybe in the comment section, tell me, what do you think? Do you think she was supposed to do this cross-examination or not? Let's talk, family. And thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Please subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Thank you.